that people don't really connect with each other because of the overlay of technology in the way they used to years ago. So what I think, just to kind of go back to basics, it's that very important personal contact, door to door, talking to people over the fence, even going beyond the internet. I mean, the internet, in a sense, while it's wonderful to be able to communicate instantaneously, it's really not a substitute for talking to people personally. And that's where the real power is. That's why there's no magic solution to this. It really involves in reawakening the sense of citizenship, which comes from contacting each other and also being that person who will stand up at a small meeting, like the iconic picture that Norman Rockwell, Freedom of Speech. You're the person who stands up. And so we have to, in a way, not in a way, we have to reclaim our capacity for citizenship, which starts, door to door, house to house, block to block, street to street, neighborhood to neighborhood, precinct to precinct, and on and on. And that's possible. And that's something that we can do. So the hopelessness comes when you start to feel that the sense of agency, which we need as citizenship, doesn't mean anything. But let me tell you, when somebody turns up at a meeting and is an informed citizen and starts to speak out, it does have an impact. It has a reverberation.
Closed the Republicans down, didn't they? They started their town. Remember the town hall meeting?
That's right.
Yeah.
Look,
you showed up,
and they came up,
and they stopped.
But it works both ways. The point is that this goes back to each one of us has this capacity. One of the I'm going to have to leave in a minute. I've got to take a red eye back to Cleveland, and this might be a good place for me to make this comment. And that is that one of the individuals who inspired me when I was starting in politics was Robert Kennedy, and he gave a speech. He gave a speech in Cape Town in 1968, just a few months before he was assassinated. And he was asked by some students who were suffering under apartheid, what do you know about what we have to deal with? What do you know? You're some rich white guy from America, and you really don't understand. And how we're stuck with apartheid. It'll never change, and that's it. And here's what he said to them. He said that each time a man or a woman stands up for an ideal, acts to improve the lot of others, or strikes out against injustice, he or she sends forth a tiny ripple of hope. And crossing each other from a million different centers of energy and daring, those ripples can create a current that can sweep down the mightiest walls of oppression and resistance. That statement by Robert Kennedy is worth remembering, because in a way it's almost anthemic. It should be the anthem of a new citizenship, which shows each of us our capacity to be able to, in the words of the poet Shelley, defy powers which seem omnipotent. And as Shelley wrote, that's what it means to be free. That's what it means to be joyous. And so I think we have that capacity. And I just refuse to believe that we cannot transform this world. I think that's our gift to ourselves, and I think that's our inherent capacity. And it goes beyond Dylan Thomas's raging against the dying of the light. We have to let the fire build in us and keep projecting it out there until we have others who are joining with us, and then we make the night a bright place.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Congressman's going to catch this plane, but we're staying.
I'll give you a call tomorrow after
I won't kiss you, but I love you.
See you, Dennis. Take it easy.
That's awesome.
Thanks, Congressman. Have a good flight. Open this down. Okay, now you sit
next
back down.
Congress-
We're not
I gotta go. Seriously, I gotta go really bad.
I know this.
Is it time to show the flag?
Yeah,
and
show
wave
the flag, please.
Oh, show the flag.
All right.
I seriously have to pee so
Go ahead.
bad.
Well, please,
I'm
go
going
right
to
ahead.
here.
But-
I seriously am gonna have to
But
pee
there's
here.
a talking on the way to
There's
the...
a curtain.
Okay, I'm gonna go and come back then, because I gotta go.
I just like the idea of moving down. I feel like I'm on Carson finally.
Come on down.
I did. I moved down one. Show
All right.
the flag. Norman wants to show this.
Very,
and-
very quick story. Very
your
quick
flagpole.
story. Somewhere in this building, there's a guy named Mr. Crosby. That is, where is
Crosby?
he? So somewhere there's a Mr. That's how he's identified himself. Somewhere else there's a Mr. Stills, Mr. Nash, and Mr. Young. Leaving that aside, I think you look like Graham. No. Okay. A few months back, I got an email, which I get a lot of, and there was an attachment, and I opened the attachment. It wasn't a virus, and it was a picture of an American flag. And I said, wow, this is great. I grabbed a hold of it.
8:48.
Ron, can you help me out?
Yes.
I grabbed a hold of it,
Grab your rod. Do it proud. That's my man.
and I made it a part of the PowerPoint presentation that I did a month ago when I was here for the town hall. And then I put it up on our Facebook page, and it is the single most popular thing on our Facebook page. This picture, you could go to our Facebook page right now, and you will see a picture of this. So, Mr. Crosby, thank you, thank you, thank you. You can find it at adbusters.org, and I will post on our Facebook page this little story. We now have the flag. Thank you, Ron. Thank you very much.
Thank
All right, we
you.
are just about out of time, and Stephanie has a very important
there's
appointment.
Our America
but,
today.
but I want everyone to have a chance to say one more thing. We're going to start with Stephanie because she has this very important appointment she has to go make. It doesn't have to be positive, even though that's where we were when the congressman got up to leave. But what do you say in closing, Stephanie?
I say in closing, I have to pee so bad my teeth are swimming, Seattle. And I mean in a Puget Sound kind of way. My teeth are swimming in the Puget Sound. I have to pee so bad.
Okay.
And I mean that in an environmentally correct way. In that, listen, I am with my hoa, Randi Rhodes. We cannot give up. We cannot stop fighting. I get called an Obama apologist every day of my life. I can apologize for. I think he's doing an amazing job against unbelievable odds. And, what can you say? Look, he just repealed Don't Ask, Don't Tell today. And you know at least one of those Navy SEALs that shot bin Laden was gay. You know that. And am I wrong to hope that that's the last thing he heard? Just, all right, time for your Navy SEALs eye test. Better or worse now? Better or worse? Oh, a lot worse? Okay. And guess what? I'm a big homo and a Jew. Goodbye. All right. I mean, the Republicans are still trying to fight over repealing Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Are you kidding me? They're like, not while we're at war. Like, guys are going to pick in the middle of a firefight in Kandahar to start acting really gay. Like, they're going to suddenly pull out a glow stick instead of a rifle and turn on Lady Gaga. Baby, I was born this way. Ow! I'm shot! Oh.
Are you okay?
Nobody touch me. Nobody I'm fine.
Okay.
I am fine.
Right.
Listen, I just came, from, where was I before? Who knows? Oh, I was in Boston last week, the home of marriage equality. And if anywhere they know, gay people must be allowed to marry so they will stop marrying Michelle Bachmann. I love you, Seattle. I have to go pee. Good night. I
love you. All right. It's all part of the act. Mike, you've been trying to talk before.
It's the wine. I mean, you don't buy wine, you just rent it And, what, is this like oracles? Is this the end of the, are we finished?
Yeah, we're going to wrap up and give you all...
Oh, this is a closing statement?
Yes, we'll call it a closing statement.
Oh, shit, hold on.
Hey, George Herbert Walker Bush did that. He looked at his watch during the debate. You
Yeah,
remember?
did he? All right. Yeah.
You
well,
can
that's
start.
cool.
I can ask you a question to prompt you that I've been thinking about. Are you any more optimistic today than you were a year ago when we were here?
Well, you know, every time I get around Kucinich, I can't help it. I get sucked into that optimistic vortex that he, you know, that he spins, you know. But I wish we would have had time, or I wish he would have had time. I think one other layer, you know, his idea of involvement. I didn't know he knew poetry. Jesus, that was impressive.
Yeah.
But the involvement of people on a face-to-face, hand-to-hand, arm-to-arm basis is so important. But the other thing I think that has to change, we have to take away from corporate America our voting system. You know, it has been, we've turned it over to private enterprise. Who was it? Some Russian that said it doesn't make any difference who votes, it's who counts them. And as long as the computer systems that count the votes or somebody else's proprietary information, and you and I cannot see the results or have any verification, we're kind of screwed, I think. Now, and once again, just like a couple of us said on the panic tonight. That's good. on the panel tonight is that the problems take a year and a half to explain. I think Randy said this: the solution takes 30 seconds or less, and that is go back to oh my God, this is going to sound so Luddite. Go back to paper ballots. Just count them, so that we know who we're electing. And we know who to hold responsible. I don't want to have to deal with ISS and Diebold and all these other bastards that tell me that they can't give me a receipt, but they can run an ATM machine and take my card and my money, and you know what's going on. So I think we have to get back from private ownership. I cannot believe I'm sitting here